What's going on, good people? We're back again, teaching you how to get started in real estate, how to start wholesaling real estate in your own time. And today we're going to talk about more pay per lead, how you can pay for these leads and turn them into bigger paydays, how you can turn $125 lead into a 10k, 20k, I don't know, however many K you can make payday, right? So we're gonna break down from the time the lead come in to the time you get it under contract or whatever, all the different stuff you need to be doing to convert that lead. So a lot of people they may sign up to a pay per lead website, but it's like, okay, when the lead come in, what do I do? Right? They don't know what to do. And Cordero made this point, like he wouldn't tell new people to start doing pay per lead unless they watch the video. What Cordero broke down exactly what you need to do when the lead comes in, and they just follow it. You know?
Don't just jump on there, but we ain't gonna leave you hanging neither. So
for sure.
We got
you. Yeah, for sure. So let's jump into it, man. We're gonna catch some of these people right here. How many leads you need to buy? That's a good question. So I was talking to somebody yesterday, and like I said, they bought 30 leads, and I think they had done like 5 deals. So it was like a deal for every 6 leads. I saw that on Need to Sell My House Fast. I looked at my stuff. I bought 23 leads that I bought so far. I've only bought 23 leads. Yeah, on Need to Sell My House Fast, I've only bought 23 leads, and I've got 3 deals. Out 23.
Are those 3 wholesales or 3 flips?
3 wholesale deals. 3 wholesale deals.
I thought you got more. I need to sell my house fast. But
no,
yeah,
because I'm doing Need to Sell My House Fast and Lead Zillow and Property Leads. I've gotten deals off each one of them.
Oh man, dude, this is a side note. I don't know if you noticed this. I wanted to tell you. Need to Sell My House Fast. I think you saw it earlier. They had something that said the text message thing was messed up.
Yeah.
Just so you know, I was like, man, I meant to tell you that earlier.
Oh yeah. I saw that, and I was looking at my what's this thing called? Email. Checking out my email.
Came in for me. But yeah, man, I think once you do the onboarding, for example, let's say Need to Sell My House Fast, and I would say I'm leaning more towards Need to Sell My House Fast than Lead Zillow for several reasons, but you know, they all work, and I recommend if you got the capacity, try them out. But on Need to Sell My House Fast, when you do the onboarding, they let you know it's on average about I want to say like about 12 leads. I think they say 10 to 12 leads to get you a deal. Lead Zillow with the onboarding, they said it about 10 leads to get you a deal. But they had the caveat in there that it depends on what exit strategies you have to offer these sellers. So if a guy is only trying to do the wholesale cash offer, on average, we're talking about averages because we can tell you our individual experience, but on average, you probably need to get a couple more deals, a couple more leads to get just a straightforward cash offer. Or maybe you only need one to get a cash offer. But if you got things like, I can wholesale, I can do a cash offer, I can take it down and flip it myself, I can offer them novation. Maybe you're an agent and you can list the property. You got your license. You can list the property yourself. Then you got more options with each of the deals that come in. So it's a little bit less. Maybe you only got to get like 6 to 8 of them before you find something that you can do something with it. So just keep that. And I'm just talking averages because, like Byron said, his first one he got was
boom. First lead was a deal.
Yeah.
First lead was 20K. Boom.
And you never know. So that's a very good question, Cash. And that's kind of the thing about anything you do. That's like saying how many people you need to cold call before you find the deal, or how many follow-ups, or you're like, if we knew exactly the number, then this wouldn't be much of it wouldn't be called an investment. It would just be called,
But I do think you got a point, like you got to have some type of ideal range. Certainly, you know what I'm saying? Certainly. It's like I shouldn't be on here buying 100 leads before I can get a deal. You know what I'm saying? If that was the case, then this would be trash. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it got to be some type of ideal of, hey, what am I looking at here? You know what I'm saying? So you getting up into 10, 15, you get past 15 leads, you ain't got no deal. You need some ain't right. You know what I'm saying?
You need to come watch it. That's what I meant, because it could happen if you don't know what you're doing. There, you could have got a deal. You done paid $100, $125 for your deal, but you ain't follow up with them enough, or you didn't really know. You didn't even know what to do. So that person was like, "Hey, I kind of want to sell, but you know what I'm saying? I don't really know," and you don't even know what to ask.
That's why the most important part is connecting
Yes, sir.
with agents, wholesalers, cash buyers in whatever area that you're bidding in on these sites. That's
Certainly.
the most important part, because I would take any lead and send it to them. I mean, you ain't got to give them that absolute address. It's like, hey, how much you think this would go for? That's all you need is a number. You know what I'm saying? And
That's
then
it.
you go back to the seller with a number, right? It's like, you know what I'm saying? And then you're off to the races. Here we go. Now we can figure out the rest of the stuff. So,
Excuse me.
like, yep, bless you.
Shut
That's
it.
the most important thing that you need to do is connect with agents, wholesalers, cash buyers in whatever area you're gonna try to do this in. So
For sure, for sure. It came to me in a vision last night in my dream. I was just like, dude, that's it. That's the magic thing. What Byron said yesterday, just like, regardless of what you do, if you don't connect with the right people, going from nothing to something, like I'm talking about, you ain't done no deals. Not you done a couple, you ain't done no deals. If you don't connect with the right people to help you get to that next level, then you're not doing nothing. That's the only way. If you cold calling, if you're gonna do the PPL or whatever, you need to connect with the people that's gonna help. Which make me say, Byron been saying this for the longest. Was first step is find your buyers and start to
find the
build your
buyer.
network. And as the market has changed, but that one principle I think still is true.
For sure, because if you got a buyer in a particular area,
Yeah.
this is really powerful. If you find a buyer in a particular area that buy anything up in that area, man, you go on one of these sites and start getting leads over there.
Yeah.
You just feeding them. You just feeding the buyers. You just feeding them, man. You know, so yeah, man.
Listen, I can't stress this enough. When you find a buyer, you need 10. You know what I mean? 10x. Let's go. Let's just do it like that. Do not depend on one buyer. I've been there, done that. Don't do it. Don't depend on one buyer. Don't just depend on one type of buyer. The buyers are different. This should be said right now while we're talking about getting the leads in, because what you do with them once you get them. There are buyers that are just like local flippers. They'll buy something because like, oh, I know it. But the big hedge fund companies, they gonna buy. They might buy a lot more properties, but they're gonna look at the property like, nah, that don't fit our little buy box. But
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna go look at it. But the local buyer, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's over there on that side of town, right next to the stadium or to the this or to the college." He already knows something; he'll buy it. And so, what ends up happening is, if you don't have enough buyers, you start to think, "Oh, this one buyer said no. I guess it's not a deal." No, dude,
No.
nah. Make sure you have multiple buyers and multiple different types of buyers. Byron, what are some of the different types of buyers that could help wholesale one of these inbound PPL leads?
Well, I mean, I would say be connected to buyers that are obviously flippers. You have
Flippers.
some, and there's, different people flip. They offer different prices, so you need multiple flippers. It's great to find people who might be landlord buyers, like you run into people that's looking to just buy a whole single family, or
That want to build their
people who looking to do short-term rentals, Airbnb, college rentals. You want to run into all those different type of people because they buy at different price points. You know what I'm saying? And then obviously you got hedge fund buyers. So, and then you got your new buyers, right? Those are some of the best ones, like people who just trying to get their first deal,
dude.
buyers who just trying to get their foot in the door, like new buyers. like that's a strategy to get to them too.
Yeah.
Using more sites like Bigger Pockets. A lot of beginners on that site that's
Or working
looking
with
to
a
buy their first property. Go ahead.
working with a real estate. That's a
Yeah,
very good
real
point,
estate agents,
agent, because
wholesalers.
yeah, but I mean, like the real estate agents in particular for those new buyers, because
Yeah,
a lot of times the natural person, like even if you go to Bigger Pockets, they'll tell you, "Oh, you trying to find your first flip? Reach out to real estate agents." And
yeah,
so, reach out to the right real estate agents. They're gonna have some seasoned buyers, and they're gonna have some, some of
newer
those
buyers.
newer buyers, and those newer buyers, they trying to get their first deal. They don't need a 50K spread. They might be like, man, if I can make 30, 20K and it's a safe bet, I'll pay closer to market value for it. But also another thing, real quick, while we still talking about buyers, before we get back to this, is um, different buyers can offer your sellers different value. When we talk about different price points that they can offer, some buyers might be like, we can close in 10 days or less. Some buyers might be like, man, you heard the saying, just take what you want and leave what you don't. There's some, for example, there's some hedge funds that say, dude, if the property ain't spotless, empty, we won't buy it. But then you
Yeah,
got some other like local guys that's just like, man, I don't care if it got trash in it, whatever, we'll get it. And that could be an advantage to your seller. You get a PPL lead that come in and they're like, listen, I can move, but I first of all, I need an extra 30 days after closing. And I ain't got the money to move all of my stuff, even after we close on the property. So I'm gonna have to leave some stuff behind. You get the certain buyers will be like, that's fine. I'll give them time if they need it. Other buyers are like, listen, I'll pay you 10K more, but they cannot be in that property on the day of closing. It need to be cleared out. They need to be gone. All that. So the more variety of buyers that you find, the better options you're going to have to offer to these PPL leads that come in, right?
yeah, true.
Something to think about because they coming in type crazy stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure. So Jason says the more exit strategies you have, the less
yes,
leads you'll take to close a deal. Yeah, for sure. And
ideally, yes.
Cash Wall said, how much money you made off those 3 PPC leads? So I think I broke this down yesterday. If you were watching the video, I made 20. What did I make? 20, and then I made I think it was like 8 off one and then 15 off another. Or no, it was 20, 15, and 15. That's what it was. I closed 2 15K deals and 1 20K deal. And then I was breaking down what I made off lead Zolo, because I had more flips come in on lead Zolo, and then property leads. I had another flip come in on property leads, and then on I was doing probate, and I had a couple of flips come in there, and then driving for dollars. So I was just talking about, this is just a start for where you're trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? This is a good way to start, right? And then you want to pile on other ways of looking for deals. You know what I'm saying? You want to pile on being able to, target niche lists and drive for dollars and, cold call, build up your cold calling and da 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 da. But this is a good place to start. Then you can kind of start moving from there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but anyways, yeah, man, I always be begging like people's like, how much you made for this? It's like, dude, people, I don't know. I don't know what people expect from wholesaling. Like some people talk about wholesaling like it's like they talk about Uber Eats, or like people doing Uber Eats. Oh, how much you made? Or people doing what's another thing people be doing making money off of?
Uber is help like driving people around, like
Yeah, or Instacart, or one of those side hustles like that, or even like was it Amazon drop
delivery,
shipping.
delivery and stuff like that, like side hustles that you can.
Yeah, those side. I don't know how much Amazon deliverers make. I don't know, Cordero. I have no idea.
I heard they making some
I,
cash. Some
I heard they making some cash, but
they ain't making wholesale money. They
man,
ain't making that Byron Scott money, y'all. Byron Scott in the class of his life, y'all.
nah. I mean, I ain't talking about nothing, but I'm just saying, you know what these people doing in this wholesale game, man. It could get crazy. Like people
It's
closing stupid
real.
stuff. Like
It
people like a random joker is doing 50K a month. You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah.
like, is a joker driving around delivering Amazon boxes making 50K a month?
Now
We
it might
talking
be
about in their pocket.
you.
We talking about in their pocket. We ain't talking about the revenue. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It's
yeah,
like people start trucking. It's like, oh, I have 50K in revenue. Yeah, but you spent 25K in gas. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, they be like that. Like people have high revenue, but they also got high overhead. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
we talking about, there's people spending $5,000, $10,000 and making 50, 60. Like it ain't nothing.
Yeah.
I just don't know, I don't know if people understand how explosive this is.
Shoot.
It
Probably
is, dude, it is explosive.
it can be if you do it right.
Yeah,
If you
for
stay
sure. I mean, if you're, yeah,
consistent.
if you do it right, if you start doing deals, it's explosive.
Yeah. Once you Byron had a quote he said, and he was saying something like it honestly, it's just like from where you at to where you're trying to go, it's like it's a couple different directions you could take it, right? And you might be trying to go in one direction and it's just not working. And it's like a little adjustment. It's that small adjustments between nothing and
Exploding.
100K a month, tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's just a small adjustment. You gotta, and because we in our group amongst some vets, some people that's been in the game for a while. Well, we love to talk about how like the I got in. I think I did. It took me like honestly thinking about it, it took me like a year to do my first deal, and then after that, it took me another full calendar year to do my next deal. But from there, I got a rhythm. You know what I'm saying? I got a rhythm, and I put a couple pieces together. So till you actually find that consistency, you got to stick with it. Some people, it's like they build themselves up, they build up their tolerance, and then they go get it, and it take them like a couple months, and they get it, then they go on from there. But it's about you. You know what I mean? It's just like you got to make those adjustments. You got to stick with it, but it can be. This is, and also too, I've not seen many other business models out there at all that's like this. Like we can look from top to bottom. We can look from investing in stocks, forex. Even if you say, well, in stocks and forex, I don't need a whole lot of money, but you still do. You need a lot of leverage to be able to. That's why they got the brokers and stuff like that, because they can put $30 in there, and a brokerage will match your $30 with $300 or whatever it is, right? In this, when we talk about wholesaling, we're not talking about buying the property or taking it down, et cetera, et cetera. You only need the market and money. You only need the amount of money. And matter of fact, you only need the money and the energy to get in front of people, to get known. And that
For sure.
honestly don't take as much as you might thought. So that's
For
why it's
sure.
$125 to 10K. There ain't I don't know. And Byron says all the time, name one other business that you could like really do that in. But
That's
it's
what I'm
happening.
saying. And people don't want to spend 125. Hey, I ain't got it. You ain't got it, man. You better
You
go
got
get it.
You
Hey,
got it.
what Kanye say? At the back of my mind, it could change your life.
You can change your life. You got it because you're gonna get it. That remind me when we was young. I remember like little stuff used to come up like a field trip, and they'd be like, okay, just a field trip. It's if you want to go on a field trip, you gotta have your parents fill out this form, and it only costs $8. And we like, we ain't got $8, and they're like, oh God. It's not that it's not in the budget. We don't have $8. Like we need $8. We don't got $8. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't go, but it was how we thought. And we
Yeah,
were just kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, but shout out to my mom for holding us down all those years. But if we had a different a mindset as a family, it's just like, man, you can get that $8. You can
yeah,
go get that $8
yeah.
if that $8 was gonna get you. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm
You
saying?
know what I'm saying?
For sure. But
I
Cass
bet
said
you somebody told my
wholesaling.
mom, look,
Go
never
ahead.
mind the field trip. if you can go get me $8 right now, I'll give you 10K in return. I bet you that $8 will come up so
Be
quick.
got. That $8 will be got.
Yeah, yeah. So
So for sure. Cass says wholesaling bring you money that you can't save from a job. Dude, save from a job. It I couldn't make at a job. Are you kidding me? Dude, I wouldn't qualify to take on any job that would come close to making.
dude.
That's funny stuff, man. That's crazy stuff, dude.
So when it comes to the leads, I say this. That's why I was saying the other day too. Is just like you could keep it as low because I like Caretha. By the way, if y'all don't know Caretha, y'all need to check out Caretha Montgomery. I mean, I like her model because what she's been doing since like the end of last year, throughout this year so far, she's been what I call like bargain hunting for deals. Like she's trying to she's taking what we're talking about now to another level. Take
Yeah.
this lowest amount of money and make the most amount of money.
Yeah.
I've seen people be like, all right, I want to keep my marketing budget low. And so they keep their marketing budget low and they also keep their energy low to match it. And so they're like, I'm gonna keep my marketing budget around a couple $100 a month. I make 10K back. That's a good return. Nah, she's trying to keep it as low as she can and not make 10K back. She's trying to make 60K back, 100K,
100K back.
the biggest that she can. And so like, that's my model. That's why I'm like, dude, it really take energy to get in front of people.
For sure.
But regardless, your know-how got to be up there.
Yeah, even with PPL, take energy because we'll get into this now. Like you can go sign up, whatever, go on the website, go ahead and use the link. Because when you use that link on Property Lead, it's gonna give you $250, right? Use the link that's in the description on YouTube. You're gonna get $250 added onto your account, which is gonna get you 2 leads if you want 2 leads. So I would do that for sure. But I'm also dropped the link down there to Need to Sell My House Fast. You jump on there. But when you jump on here and you get leads coming in, hold on. Someone on IG says, what's the $125 for? For buying leads on pay per leads websites. Like Need to Sell My House Fast. Like you can go on iSpeed to lead. You can go on Lead Zolo is $179. You know, if you hit my guy up and asking for the leads, if you go by yourself, you're gonna be paying $200 or whatever they tell you it is now. They might be up to the $225 at this point. But anyways, hit me up if you're trying to do something. But yeah, man, I mean, go on the website, sign up, keep your like I would bid in all the different areas around me. Doesn't matter what the highest bid is. You can bid. I would bid somewhere between $125 and $75, right? And you could just pick a lot of different counties, or strategically pick counties where you can win the bid at $100, where you can win the bid at $125. A lot of people think that they got to be in Atlanta or they got to be in Nashville. They got to be in the big city. I got to be big hustling, big city person to make money. That's not the case, right? It's not the case, man.
No way.
You know, anywhere where there's real estate activity, that's where you need to be. And how do you know that there's real estate activity? Go to Zillow. Go to Zillow, and I'll help y'all out right here. I think I'm gonna pull up share my screen, do a little screen sharing right here. Let's
Why are you pulling
help
that
them
up,
out
man?
right here for girl.
The bigger
Do what
city
that?
is certainly not the case. I'm saying like I almost would implore you if you're starting to go against the grain and go somewhere else and do something else. But if you live in that big city and you can get known, you got a strategic advantage over a lot of people. So don't be afraid to check out there because that's where I got my first deal in Nashville. If you told me to go get a deal in Nashville right now, I roll my eyes. I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and start this process. I could, but it'd take a lot more energy than probably someplace like Shelbyville, Tennessee.
Boom. Let's go. So look, man. Shelbyville, Tennessee. Cordero would tell you this is country, the boonies. Don't go around
Man,
here. There's
chill out
nothing
now.
there.
Chill
Zero
out now.
things happening. In the last 30 days, 50 properties have sold in Shelbyville. You
You
kidding
gotta
me?
put some respect on Shelby.
50? Are you kidding me? 50.
That's a
My
whole.
goodness. That is a lot.
And is that just homes?
That's just homes.
You got it filtered out for just homes?
Houses. Houses. You see this right here?
Hey,
Houses.
put lands, lots and lands on there too, real quick. I just want to see if it go up a lot.
7.
7,
Not
that's
a whole
crazy.
lot.
Hey, that's
50.
crazy.
50. It is crazy. That is a bunch of activity in Shelbyville, dude.
That's a
Shelbyville
bunch of
blowing up.
activity. And it's for a number of reasons. And I'll tell you this area. So if you know why I believe this area is blowing up,
So
just
look. Last 90 days,
yeah.
184. 2 properties every single day. 2
And there
properties
you
over the last 3 months. 2 properties closed every single day. My God. Woo.
Yeah, but why?
Must be some growth going on in Shelbyville.
Yeah,
Somebody
why?
doing something in Shelbyville.
Why? That's what I'm trying to explain to the people. And that's not
Dude,
a house right there. I don't know what that is,
I
but
don't
what that was. But look,
I don't know
just
what
so you
that was,
know,
but most of these are houses.
but here's the thing, because if you want to, but if somebody watches and they live in Chicago, or I mean, excuse me, if they live in Illinois, or they live in New York, or they live in Texas, or Alabama, how do you find these places? You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, Shelbyville popping, but it's a lot more popping than maybe Lynchburg or
But
Bell
what
Buckle.
what I'm
But I'm
saying
saying,
is what I'm saying is search the areas outside of where you are. You in these big cities, search the areas outside of where you are. And I usually search by counties. So pick a city, pick any city.
but this is what I'm saying. You can pick the city and you can go there and you can just see how many homes have sold in the past 30 days. Is a great. What was it? Somebody, I think it was Mark, who said if it was more than a certain amount in the past 30, 45 days or something like that. I forgot what
Yeah.
that indicator was, but places like Shelbyville, where they got a lot of growth, they got a lot of jobs in that area and stuff like that, what's sustainable? Because a lot of times, especially right now with the market the way it is, you can go look and see what's been happening in the past 30 days. But when you say, okay, I'm going to open up shop in this market, you can't know, but you want to kind of estimate what's going to happen in the next 30 days. In the next 30 days after that, is this an actual growing market? Did it have a good did it have a good little run? Is it dying off or is it coming back? Where is
That's
it
what I'm
at?
saying. So when I look at this, I also look at how many properties are listed. 112. Well,
Exactly.
50 was sold in the last 30 days. That means it's only really about 2 months of inventory on the market right now. If you
Exactly.
can, I think if you can stay around, if you at 2 months of inventory on your market, then I think you're in good shape. I think once you get past, if you got more than 3 months inventory on your market, you in trouble. Stuff slow. But you ain't got number 2 months of inventory on the market because 50 properties. So, and if you stay on course, all the properties in 2 months right here gonna be gone. And you're gonna need some more listed.
Hey, click on that. Click on that big dude right there. That
This
house
right
over
here.
there, right.
Dude, look at Dude, Cordero be ragging on Shelbyville, man. They over here living in mansions.
Chill
They
out
got
now.
mansions and Benzes.
This is this.
Hey, this Cordero house that he grew up in Shelbyville, they finally selling it.
Cut it out. Cut it all the way out. Boy, man, we live in houses that's not even still standing to this day.
Dude, hey, me too. Why you talking, dude? Why you talking?
They not even still standing, boy.
Not even saying that. Let's knock that thread down.
But look, that's what I'm saying. Like Shelbyville in the city where my people at, this is out in the country. And you notice how Shelbyville is such a big area. I'm like, I guess y'all including all of this is in Shelbyville. Okay.
Dude, this crazy, man.
Yeah, man.
It's nice. So I'm like, man, I'm about to move to Shelbyville. This is out of control.
Shovel, man.
Dude, Cordero had me
Shovel.
thinking that this was something like bell buckle or something, man. This is dude, this is nice, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, dog. This is good
Shovel.
stuff, dude.
Hey, this house look nicer than what they be having in Franklin
Yeah. It's nice stuff
or
right here, man.
in the heart of Nashville. In the heart of Nashville, but they would charge you that same money for some trash.
For some trash.
So yeah,
Man, you
but
can
my
live
point is when it comes
like
to evaluating the market, there's a couple of indicators. These are the basic rules of thumb. Make it simple, make it light on yourself, and just see
basic.
how many homes have sold in the past 30 days, and then what's for sale. That's what I'm
Dip.
saying. It's like look at the indicators, but also I know Chevyville has like a lot of jobs. They got the Tyson factory, they got the Sharpie factory, they got a lot of it's close. It's like on the Chevyville Highway, will take you right to the interstate, as opposed to some of these other surrounding, well-to-do counties and places that you gotta. It's a hop, skip, and a jump from there to the interstate. But if you look at a place like this, and then you say, "Okay, I see," and you go to need to sell my house fast, Lee Zolo, you can literally Chevyville is Bedford County or whatever counties you find. You can go there and say, "Let me add this county." And they will then start marketing, and anybody who comes from that county will go to you and then they'll charge you $125.
Boom. I think Bedford County, shoot, what the bid is, probably $100, $125.
The bid goes up and down, guys. Just like any bid, it goes up and
Yeah.
down. So you might
But
catch
most
it.
of the
It
time
might
it's
be,
low.
I mean, oh, need to sell my house fast. Byron put up some trash website and it was $300, $350
Oh,
per lead.
that's on property lead.
They better be having the best leads from property leads. I ain't used property leads yet, but the bids go up and down. And this is and me and Byron talked about this. It don't matter. To me, it don't matter where you at. Set your bid for what you want to spend. If you want, the lowest you can go is $75 on need to sell my house fast. If you want to spend only $75 per lead or only 100, if you do $100 instead of 75, you got a better chance of getting more leads and getting them quicker to you, by the way. But let's say you only want to set it at $75. You set it at $75, and then they'll come in, they will come
Yeah,
to you,
they will
because
come.
there are times where the highest bidder, like there could be 3 people looking in Shelbyville, right? The highest bidder is the highest bidder is like 125, and then you could be at 100 or something like that. That guy, he might pause his account because he's bidding on so many places. He done ran out of money by the end of the week or the end of the day or the end of the month. Those are 3 indicators. When, or not indicators, but those are 3 times where the highest bidders usually back out of the market. At the end of every day, they'll pause their account because they done closed up shop. They don't have a lot of manpower to answer the phones at that time. Or at the end of the week, because it's going towards Friday, and they're like, all right. And on the weekends, you're likely to get one of those $75 to $100 leads. And also, again, at the end of the month, when I guess a lot of people, like, our monthly budget has kind of run low, they start to either drop their budget or drop their bid on the houses, or they just go ahead, pause their accounts or whatever until the next month. So
Yeah.
you got to get in where you fit in too. So keep yours open on the weekends and in the afternoons when people is getting off work and they on their phones looking at different ads to sell their house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So Jaden says, do you guys ever wholesale multifamily? What's the difference? I'm not wholesale multifamily, so
I think I mean, like
I mainly
like
just wholesale.
like
I mean, I'm talking about commercial stuff that's classified
yeah, that's what
completely
I'm about to
different.
say. What he mean when
You
he
know what
say
I'm saying?
multi? Like I've probably like a fourplex or something, like a quadplex.
Yeah, that's
But
what I'm
it's
saying. But that's
there's a couple more
still,
indicators. If you're talking about like a quadplex or something like that, it is kind of similar to commercial in the sense that at that point, obviously, it's an investment property, so you're going to want to get different information other than just how much you want and when you want to sell, such as what's the occupancy rate? If it's a quadplex, are all 4 of them rented out or just 3? What are their rent rates? What are their lease and tenure? Meaning, is all 4 of the units rented out? Are they all on 12-month lease? And where are they at in the 12-month lease process? Do they just got 6 months to go? Does one of them got 1 month to go and the other one just renewed their lease? Right?
Yeah.
Are these good paying tenants? Then you ask for stuff such as the T12 or the rent rolls, which will give you a recording of all the previous months and how they paid. So this will tell you if it's A, B, C, and D, this will tell you, hey, the tenant in unit C be late sometimes, but she come back, you know what I'm saying? She end up paying, and all the other tenants are, they're occupied good. So stuff like that. What's the insurance and taxes that person's paying on the property? You can ask them that as an estimate of what you'll pay or what your buyer will pay. But if you got a buyer, if you're talking about wholesaling a deal, then that means you need to have a buyer who's interested in buying a multifamily or commercial property. They'll tell you everything that they need to know, and you just go ask the seller.
Yeah, for sure. Other than that stuff, it's pretty much the same as single family when it comes to like the values and stuff like that. But when you get into real, larger than 4 units, 5 units and up, then you're talking about a lot different. But so Cougar said, when you say 15 leads to one contract, it's one contract through weeks of follow up, and pretty much once you call the lead. I think Cordero mentioned that they said 15 leads for one deal. Now, contracts and deals are 2 different things. Let's specify deal.
But I understand what you're asking there, Coach.
Yeah, for sure.
We touched on this a bit. That's the one thing, and that's a good reason why Byron mentioned these websites. When a person comes in and they're ready to go, it's usually not a lay down situation, but it's not a real wrestle. It's not a whole lot of. There are times where you got to follow up, call them back for real. But when the person's come in from one of these websites and they're ready to go, we try to get them first call contract. You set your intentions. We trying to see what they talking about, and if they're ready to go, we locking them up on that first call or as soon as possible. And then it's not a whole lot of follow-ups. What I'm saying is the ones that we have closed, it's like it kind of happens. It happens fast. Now we still follow up with some. There are some that we got, some leads that I done paid for, leads that Byron done paid for, that'll probably still end up coming back to us at some point. You know what I mean? We'll keep following up with them. We'll let you know. But so far, the ones that we do close are, it's not a whole lot of follow-up. They ready to go. That's why if you go to something called Need to Sell My House Fast, you know what I'm saying? Like, it kind of in the title is titular. It's like, if I need to put my hair out, is the fire out my hair immediately. What.com. It's like, you ain't gonna have to keep following up with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. So, my bad, Brandon. Brandon says, what methods do you use to market? So, break down the PPL that we're talking about again, and kind of how are they marketing? Well, basically, tagging along with somebody else's marketing.
Yeah, so they have several, and it depends on which website you go to. Each of them kind of got their own mix, and that's a good question, because the real reason why I like Need to Sell My House Fast as opposed to maybe something like Lead Zolo is because Lead Zolo, what they do is all of these websites, they do their online marketing. They're putting ads up in different places: Facebook, Google AdWords, YouTube, and MySpace, wherever, you know what I'm saying? They getting their ads everywhere. And they pretty much got their own marketing campaign online, like a traditional Google AdWords and stuff like that. But instead of taking down the leads, that's why it's called PPL, pay per lead. So they got their own systems, and they target particular sellers. And then the sellers, they going online, they on Facebook scrolling, they see a commercial or something, say, hey, do you need to sell your house fast? Click on this link right here. And the link comes in and it goes to you. Now, with these websites, This isn't where they get a link in and then they sell it to everybody. It's supposed to go to you and you only, right? So it shouldn't be a whole lot of people reaching out. And they kind of do what's called like a round robin. So if me and Byron are in the same market on like Lead Zolo, it'll go to Byron first. And then he gets one, then I get one. That's on Lead Zolo. I need to sell my house fast. They got a bid, and the highest bidder get it first. And then if the highest bidder drop out or their money run out, then it'll come to me the second highest, right? Lead Zolo, when calling them, I got into a habit of asking the sellers, hey, where'd you see our ad? And what is it that you liked about our ad that made you want to click on it? Just on that first call. And a lot of them on Lead Zolo was saying, oh, I saw it on Facebook. I saw it on Facebook. I saw you from Facebook. I got you from Facebook. It ain't nothing wrong with that at all, because it get out there. But when we call the need to sell my house fast, it'll be, I saw you on Facebook. I saw you on Google. I saw a website. I saw you on YouTube. When I heard the YouTube one out, that was crazy, right? So they put their own campaigns up online. It's just like if they put their own billboards up around the city, and they've done their research to figure out which are the best online billboards and campaigns and stuff like that to get the most traffic. So you don't have to, and you can just buy the leads as they come in. So that's the gist of it. But that's also, I gave you a reason why I need to sell my house fast. But Lead Zolo doesn't just do Facebook, by the way. I just kept running into a lot of them coincidentally.
Yeah, for sure. So Bob Max says, when we reach out to agents, when we're seeking a buyer, are we asking for the buyer's information? No. Or just establishing contact with someone who knows a cash buyer? Yes. So you're reaching out just like you're getting to know Cordero. You reach out to Cordero. Hey, Cordero, man, how you doing? I know you work in Middle Tennessee. If I find anything, I want to be able to bring it to you so you can present it to your cash buyers. Whatever. You're not hitting Cordero up saying, hey, Cordero, can you give me all the information, all your cash buyers, so I can have all their phone numbers and contact information? So, because contacts equals contracts, man.
Ask me for my leads. Why not just ask me to come? Hey, Cordero, can I get the phone number to your leads too? But here's another reason why you don't want to do that, because that's obviously crazy. But that's a good question, though. By the way,
that
Bobby.
is a good question, Bobby. Now,
but also too, when you reach out, this is why my favorite thing to do actually is to reach out to the agents. When you reach out to the agent, you reach out to, hey, agent, I saw you did you sold a flip, or you sold this property. It looks like a flip. Was it a flip? They'll tell you yes. Don't assume it was a flip. Ask them. Yes. Okay. Were you working with a flipper? Does your investor want to buy more properties? They're like, yeah, for sure. Almost 8 to 9 times out of 10, if they say, yeah, my investor want to buy more properties, they either are the investor themselves, they do invest, or they work with several other investors. There are certain type of real estate agents who only work with investors. And here's their business model, just to kind of give you an idea of their perspective. Their business model is, I bring this guy a deal that he can close on. I don't charge him a realtor fee. He closes it, he flips it, and then when he lists it for the higher price, I charge him a realtor fee on the back end. That's why you see their name when you look up the property, because this is after the property has been flipped, right?
And most times flippers want to work with their particular agent. That's just like, I flip properties. Like, I don't use all kind of different agents all the time. I use one agent. You know what I'm saying? If I'm in this area, I use one agent for this area, one agent for that area. That's my agent. I'm going to list with them every single time. But the thing is, if you hit that agent up and say, hey, I got this property over in this area, I'm trying to get, or you say, if you hit the agent up and like, hey, do you work with cash buyers looking to buy more properties? She thinking about me. You know what I'm saying? She's thinking, oh yeah, I got a guy that, he looking to buy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why you want to ask the agent, do they work with investors? And that lady who's doing that for me, she also doing that with other people too.
With several other people in different areas. Like Byron, he got his markets, he flip in, she gonna be like, if you bring me a property over here, that's going to Byron. But if you bring me a property over here, that's going to Cordero, so on and so forth. And that's my point. You don't want to cut the agent out and skip over them, because it's like, you can meet one person who's a flipper, or you can meet one person who knows 10 flippers. It can get
Exactly.
you access, get you offers from temps. You see what I'm saying? So finding the
Yeah,
agent, that's why finding the agent is kind of my favorite way of finding buyers, because they all a real, actual hungry agent, a good agent wants the business, and it's like you just found a master key. You can get one key to open up one door, or the key to open up the door to the whole apartment complex.
because
Every, you know what I'm saying?
and that's kind of what happened to me when I kind of first got started and started really blowing up. I met the right agent, and that agent, like, I didn't just find one hedge fund buyer. I found an agent that was connected to tons of hedge funds and was connected to tons of flippers, landlords, all kind of people, right? So when I
Yeah.
would get that property to that agent, he's sitting there figuring out who gonna be able to buy it. And he connected to a lot of hedge funds, a lot of different type of buyers, and he's getting it to the right buyer. And like when it would show up on the HUD or whatever, it's always
Hey,
somebody
what
different.
what
Like
you
it's
do?
different people, different people, different people.
What
And
you
so
do after the property closed, though, Byron?
look it up. I'm
Yeah.
searching. I'm back searching. I'm looking back. I'm like, oh, here go this.
After the property closed, to further answer your question, Bobby Mack, if you do want to figure out who that person who actually is going to buy your property, work
Yeah.
with the real estate agent. They're going to put you in contact with a lot of different people. After the property closed, look on that HUD statement.
But be
AP,
careful though, man. Don't, like Cordero
don't
said,
cut them
don't
out.
try to cut the dude. Don't try to cut the lady out, because the thing
Sure.
is, like, I've been in a situation where I could cut a joke out, but it's like, no, I'm gonna go through you. You know what I'm saying? It's a respect. You know what I'm saying?
It's respect, and it's
Um,
a powerful business move, because to contradict what I just said, the moment you cut them out, again, you giving your master key back for one lock.
yeah,
Don't trade the master key for one lock. I'm just saying, I'd be curious. I'd be wanting to know. And in case something ever happened where that real
yeah,
estate,
that's what I'm saying.
you know what I'm
But
saying?
sometimes it's a situation where, you know, you just happen to get connected with them and it's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
happened.
you just
That's
happen
happened
to
to me.
get connected with them, you know, and you just happen to get connected with them. But
Yeah.
don't make it like, you know, if that agent is trying to be their spokesperson and, you know, like, go ahead and just work through them. As long as they cool, as long as they treating you right, doing, yeah, everybody treating each other the right way, then, you know, rock with them, you know, in that
They didn't
way.
snake you, don't snake them. Don't
Yeah,
snake.
for sure, for sure. And when, you know, let's say the agent come back and they don't want to deal with you, or they, you know, they do something crazy to you, it's like, okay, I'm just gonna work straight through these people. Then, you know, I really ain't gonna mess with you.
I had an
Um,
agent do me like that. He just sidestepped himself.
yeah,
We were talking, he was just like, "Hey, here go the buyer content. Y'all just work together."
yeah, for sure.
Buyer bought a lot of deals from me. I'm like, "Dang, why did he just give me dude number?" I don't know.
I do the same thing. I do the same thing. People be asking me for da 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 da. I'm like, dude, hey, look, there you go. You know what I'm saying? Or like, you know, a lot of people's like, you know, I'm like, man, just go ahead and handle your business. Or, you know, Cordero asking me for, you know, man, can you get an offer from such and such? Man, I'm gonna send you the email. It's like, yeah, go ahead and handle your business, man. It's like dude, I can't even keep up with what I'm doing. It's like, dude, it's hard for me to eat your food and my food. I got too much on my plate. I can't eat all my food. I can't eat your food too. I gotta learn how to eat all of my food.
Yeah,
You
eat all
know,
your food, man.
most people, man, they too busy trying to, you know, what they call them, gatekeeping. They too busy gatekeeping, trying to keep everybody
Yeah,
else out. They ain't eating what's on their plate.
yeah.
Like, man, crazy, man.
But
But
yeah, that's definitely a good question, Bobby Mack. Man, once you find an agent or a person who's really connected, then you got a master key. So you do not want to cut them out.
yeah, sure. So Jason said, I made a post on Bigger Pockets and got another agent who is also a buyer for a creative deal and has other investors as well. Yeah, no doubt, man. Bigger Pockets is a great place.
I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. The agents who are also flippers, them be the hungriest people on the planet. I'm
Yeah,
telling
sure.
you, they not regular agents. They be the ones like own it, own it, own it.
Yeah, for sure. For the most part, yeah. And those are the people that pretty much get it. You know what I'm saying? Like some of these agents don't really get you wholesale. Oh, but the agents that also flip, like they understand the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, they understand and that they're cool. It's like it's a business, man. That person
Yeah,
bring you a like, dude, why would you be against somebody bringing you a discounted property? My goodness,
it's crazy.
so.
Listen, Byron got one of my favorite quotes. If they don't want to talk to you, they don't want to talk to you. Simple as that. When it comes to it, because you could easily overcomplicate it after you done called 10 agents and they always just like, you're a wholesaler. You're trying to no, I'm fine. Or you talk to a flipper, they're like, oh, I find my own deals. What do you mean you find your own deals? I just offered to bring you more deals for free. You gotta clarify that. And so if they don't want to talk to you, then you ain't trying to force them or argue or go back and forth with them. Because what's gonna happen is you're gonna find the right one and it's gonna be like a PPL lead. They like, what? You trying to yeah, I definitely send me whatever you got. If you got it in this area, send it to me.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Text me and I text you back.
Yeah. So we got Marvin Martin over here. We got Cordero big cousin over here, Marvin Martin on the IG. Uh,
Like
Patrick Jordan says contacts equals contracts for sure. Contacts equals contracts, man. You got to connect with people. You got to connect with people. Um, Let me see what else we got here, man. Go through these comments. I know we missed some of y'all, so I'm just trying to go back through. I think Jaden was asking about commercial, multifamily. We was making a distinction between there's some multifamily that's not commercial. So Cordero already broke down how multifamily work that's not commercial. But once you enter into 5 units plus, you are in commercial, right? Which is going to be a lot different. So different than what we talking about.
I
Uh,
mean, but there are some basic contacts equal
I mean,
contract.
that's some basic stuff,
And
but I
then
mean,
Byron made is like again, if you're looking for those deals, then that means you have a commercial buyer. Once you
yeah,
find an opportunity, send it to your commercial buyer. He will tell you, well, I need you to get this information,
yeah, the paperwork is going to be different. Paperwork's
paperwork.
going to be different. Um, and just the way they look at the property is going to be different. You know what I'm saying? So, you
To a
dealing
person
with
that's
cap
never
rate,
done,
this, that.
to a
So,
person that's never done even a single family deal, I mean, new is new. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
for
You know what
sure.
I'm saying? The
No,
paperwork, they ain't
I'm just saying it's different than what we talking about. You know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying? So I'm just trying to categorize this single family. There's multifamily that's 4 units and below, and then there's commercial, which is another category. You know what I'm saying? So that's just so you understand the different categories, and that all three, you know, you know, are kind of different. So, but like Cordero said, that's basics. You know what I'm saying? That's basics, and
Because
I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying that you can't do it. I'm just saying that's not what we're talking about.
and you know
You
why
know
I
what I'm
say
saying?
that, Byron?
Yeah.
It's because we need to be in a commercial space real
Yeah,
soon.
for sure,
Time
for
for us
sure, for sure.
because me and Byron always talk about that and just like, just kind of looking at it like it's some differences, but there are some principles that we could apply that we would have a lot of success with. You know what I'm saying? And I bet you it wouldn't be too much of an adjustment as far as, little details here and there, but we'd figure it out. So just as a side note, we talking PPL right now for the single family homes, but pretty soon I'm gonna have us all collectively start putting the pressure on Byron. Byron, we need a 100 unit
Dude,
wholesale. We need you
dude,
to wholesale a warehouse to
we
flip
need
man.
we need 100 unit wholesale. We need a
Nah,
mobile home park
uh,
wholesale. That's
that'd
what
be
we need.
that'd
So
be
Bobby Max says, right, I want to operate with integrity, man. You got to operate with integrity. Otherwise, you're gonna find yourself on the wrong side of business. But
yeah,
but
man.
yeah, man, you gotta operate the right way because if you don't, man, people, they'll catch on to you.
Yeah,
So Patrick Jordan says, shout out to Flip, man. Shout out to Flip, man, dude.
flip
Flip
man,
is
flip
my guy.
man.
Um, So someone on IG says, what market is Cordero in? Cordero is in what Cordero? Cordero, what market are you in?
The US of A. I'm just playing.
Yeah.
Man, we are in Middle Tennessee and Georgia. If you find anything in Georgia, obviously Byron's heavy in Georgia, but just let me know. North Georgia. I'm gonna go ahead and say North Georgia off the rip. Not too much in South Georgia, but there's one place, right? Middle Tennessee for me, but it's surrounding counties of Davidson County and surrounding counties, all sides, all surrounding counties, and Montgomery County.
Bedford County.
Yeah, Bedford County,
Coffee County.
What's Chattanooga? I'm trying to give it from the top to the bottom. We're going from top to bottom, but yeah, Bedford County, Coffee County, and then stuff like that. So Middle Tennessee. I kind of dilly dabbled in Memphis. And I don't know. I really don't like Memphis for real. Like as far as investing, just because I don't know that. Not because it's a bad market by any means. It's some smoke going on. But so I am in Middle Tennessee. That's where my reach is. That's what we're looking for. If you find something in Tennessee, let me know. If you find something anywhere really, and you want some help talking to the seller, let me know. I got you.
Flip man go way back. Yep. Flip man go 1, 2 way back.
Hey man, Flip man do go way back. I remember I was looking at some of his videos from like 2008. Yeah. He was doing this in 2008 and making videos about it.
For sure. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Man.
2008. Byron Novin person.
Yeah, dude. You are crazy, man. I gotta hit Flip up, man. But shoot, man, we've been on this thing for 56 minutes, man. We appreciate y'all coming through. Make sure you like the video, man. Make sure you like the daggone video so I can keep Cordero coming back. He tell me, man, I ain't coming back. If you can't get at least 10 likes on the video, I ain't coming back. That's what Cordero tell me. So, we got to get at least 10 likes so Cordero will come back, keep talking to us.
I never said that, man, because it don't have to be a win for me to get in. You know what I'm saying? I can get it there. But give us at least 10 likes, especially y'all on IG. I can't see the IG portion of it, but y'all be going crazy. And if you are on IG and you follow Byron and you watching this live, follow me as well. And guess what?
Follow Cordero Martin 615.
But you can ask me some questions, though, certainly about, just talking to sellers. I really handle a lot of the acquisitions for Byron's team and obviously my team. And so if you are interested in joining our acquisitions team, please reach out to me. Let me know because, we trying to find some ready, willing, and able
people. Dogs.
Some people who try to get on there and close some of these leads, man. And
some dogs. Hungry dog chasing the back of a meat truck.
Exactly, man. And really, it's more about you being a hungry dog than it is even just about skill set. Because when it comes to sales, that natural enthusiasm about getting the job done, helping people and solving their problems, that enthusiasm will trump all sales ability. I've seen it. I've been in sales for longer than I've been in real estate. I've seen it. If you just got that enthusiasm, so be a dog. If you're hungry, please reach out. Let me know. Yeah. We can talk about training. And, if you're tired of a producer dancing all in the videos.
What are you talking about, man?
Come to death row.
Man.
That's it.
Yeah, I remember that.
You tired of your sales job, or you tired of pulling lists, cold calling them, and they not working out? How about you come cold call with us, and we'll tweak and show you what's going on? You tired of following up with leads and they not answering? We'll show you how to get a hold of them. I don't even know how Byron be getting a hold of these people. I think Byron be sending them a little money in the mail or something like that.
You stupid.
Hey, dude. They go at 20. If you answer the phone, I'll send you some more.
You stupid, dude. You crazy. But shoot, man, we finna ride out of this thing, man. Appreciate y'all coming through. We'll be back tomorrow, man, to do another live, man. So we appreciate y'all. And until next time, peace out.